The Vax Raiders considered themselves masters of the galactic fringe. For centuries, their sleek ships had descended upon unsuspecting worlds, harvesting what they called lesser species for labor, entertainment, and worse. Their latest acquisition seemed unremarkable, a small scout vessel on the edge of an unexplored system, carrying just 5 beings from a backwater planet called Earth. Commander Rawl strode confidently through the holding bay, mandibles clicking with satisfaction. The humans appeared primitive by Vax standards. No exoskeletons, no natural weapons, no apparent telepathic abilities. Just soft, vulnerable skin and dull eyes that watched his every move. Process them for the mines on Nexus 6, Rawl ordered his subordinate. They look strong enough for basic labor. The subordinate, Officer Trell, hesitated. Sir, our scanners detected unusual implants, military grade. Rawl dismissed this with a casual wave of his upper limb. Many species augment themselves. It means nothing. In the holding cell, the 5 humans sat motionless. They wore simple jumpsuits now, their original gear confiscated and stored. Jack, their squad leader, caught the eyes of his team, Tom, Mike, Lisa, and Ben, and gave an almost imperceptible nod. The humans had been on a classified reconnaissance mission when captured. Not ordinary soldiers, but members of Earth's Ghost Division, cybernetically enhanced special forces trained for deep space operations. Their implants, designed to appear as benign medical devices to alien scanners, were actually dormant combat systems awaiting activation. That night, as the ship entered the darkness between stars, Jack whispered to his team. 73 hours, since implant shutdown. System reboot initiates in 5 minutes. The Vax guards monitoring the security feed saw nothing unusual. Just 5 humans sleeping fitfully in their cell. They didn't see the microscopic nanites awakening throughout the prisoners' bodies, restoring connections to military hardware woven into muscle and bone. At precisely RO 200 ship time, every electronic system on the Vax vessel flickered for exactly 1.3 seconds, just long enough for the cell door to receive an override command. The first guard died before he could reach his alarm. Tom moved with inhuman speed, his augmented muscles allowing him to cross the corridor in a fraction of a second. The guard's neck snapped under precisely applied pressure. Weapons cache is 2 decks up, Lisa reported, her enhanced vision displaying ship schematics projected directly onto her retinas. Crew complement estimated at 37. Mike secured the corridor while Ben accessed a terminal. Their systems are primitive. I'm installing backdoors now. Within minutes, the humans had armed themselves with their own confiscated gear and begun a methodical sweep of the vessel. The Vax, for all their experience in raiding and capturing, had never encountered prey that turned predator so efficiently. Commander Rawl was awakened by emergency klaxons. "Report," he barked into his communicator. "The humans, they've escaped." "They've already taken the lower decks and—" The voice cut off with a wet gurgle. Rawl's blood ran cold. "Lock down all decks. Deploy combat drones." But the ship's systems weren't responding correctly. Doors opened rather than closed. Defensive drones targeted Vax personnel instead of intruders. The ship itself seemed to have turned against them. On the bridge, the navigator spotted something on a security feed. "Commander, look." The screen showed one of the humans, Ben, standing casually at a control junction, fingers dancing across interfaces as though born to it. His eyes glowed faintly blue, information scrolling across them faster than any Vax could process. "They're in our systems," the navigator whispered. "How is this possible? They're primitives." In the engine room, Lisa and Mike had secured the power core. "Propulsion and weapons neutralized," Lisa reported through the neural comm linking the team. "All escape pods disabled except the ones we designated." Jack and Tom methodically worked their way toward the bridge. The Vax they encountered fought bravely but hopelessly. Their weapons, impressive against unarmored foes, barely slowed the augmented humans. "These are not normal humans," one wounded Vax security officer gasped to Rawl. "They move like machines, their eyes see everything." When the bridge doors finally opened, Jack stepped through alone. Commander Rawl stood waiting, surrounded by his remaining officers, all weapons trained on the human. Impressive. Escape attempt, Rahl said, mandibles quivering slightly. But futile. Jack smiled thinly. This isn't an escape, it's a takeover. At that moment, every screen on the bridge lit up with the same message. Vessel control transferred. Life support authorization required. You have 1 minute to surrender, Jack continued calmly. Then my colleague in your engine room will vent. Atmosphere in selected compartments. You're bluffing, Rahl hissed. No primitive could— We're not primitives, Jack interrupted. We're the Ghost Division, 4th Deep Space Reconnaissance, and you made a serious mistake bringing us aboard. 40 seconds later, the Vax surrendered. As Earth authorities arrived to take custody of the slaver vessel, Admiral Weber debriefed the Ghost team. 5 against an entire crew, the Admiral said, impressed. They never stood a chance, did they? Jack shook his head. They saw what they expected to see. Primitives. That was their mistake. The Vax commander, now in custody, watched the humans with new understanding and fear. These weren't just soldiers. They were something his species had never encountered. Humans, who had merged with their technology without losing their ingenuity or will. Word spread quickly through the galactic underworld. Earth vessels were to be avoided at all costs. Because what looked like simple, soft-skinned primitives might actually be something far more dangerous. Humans who had mastered the art of appearing harmless until the moment they struck. The slavers had learned a painful lesson. In the vast darkness between stars, there was something more terrifying than predators. There were wolves in sheep's clothing, patiently waiting for the perfect moment to reveal their true nature.